What's up guys, I'm Sean. Today I'm going to be installing these Vorshlag Camber plates on my F82 M4. Originally I was going to track my M4 completely stock to get a baseline, but then I realized it's a bad idea. These 20-inch tires are extremely expensive. They're about $400 a pop. Plus when you track with stock camber, what happens is that you chew up the outside of the tire, because as you make these high G turns, your camber actually starts to go positive, so it chews this up. So it's better to run aggressive camber when you're on the racetrack to bring this part tilted towards the inside. So these are the camber plates I bought from BMW Vorshlag camber plates. I run these camber plates on my E46 M3. I've run them for almost 7-8 years and they've been perfect, zero issues, super reliable, no sound, no issues whatsoever. So that's why I'm going to run these Vorshlag camber plates on my M4. And this setup is going to be for stock suspension. Right now I'm going to be running it with the stock springs, stock EDC, electronic dampening control suspension, adaptive suspension. Maybe I'll go coilovers in the future, but for now I want to try it out with stock suspension but with camber plates, just so I can run more aggressive front camber. This is the front left driver's side camber plates. To adjust camber is super easy. You loosen the 4 6mm bolts right here, and then you slide the plate inward towards the engine bay for negative camber, which is what you want for the track. If you want positive camber, you slide the plate outward away from the engine for positive camber, which is probably better for the street. So I'm going to take it to the alignment shop once I install this, and then slide it to the camber I want, and then tighten these down. $13. $10. E12. E14. $10mm. 16. A Schwaben 18mm, 10mm, not all the way, just loose. 16. 16mm sway bar. Sway bar loose. This is loose. This is loose. Move these bolts. This is the factory top hat on the passenger side, front right. That's how it looks. And I have the Vorshlag Camber plates. And it says RF right there, right front. And the arrow is pointing towards the front of the car. And here's the bottom of the camber plate where the spring was sent. I put a piece of tape here because this piece is going to go on top of the strut, and this piece is going to go on the top right here. But let's get ready to install this. Let's remove all the hardware. Alright, now it's time to install the camber plate. This little piece rides off like this. On top of the strut. Make sure the RF is the arrow and it's pointing forward. Supplied bolts from Vorshlag. It's a 14. I'm going to tighten them for now. So now we have to line everything up and install it. Make sure the strut bolt comes up centered. Install this. It's a little tricky lining up the strut shaft with the Vorshlag nut. You have to jack it up and use one hand underneath to try to maneuver it. But I got it all lined up. Vorshlag says to hit this 22mm with an impact gun in short bursts. You could do that, but luckily I have this Schwaben 22mm tool. Put that like this. And then I have a 10mm socket. Put that on the strut shaft. And I can tighten it as much as I can. Alright, the passenger side is done. Everything is torqued down to spec. I reconnected the EDC sensor and the different brake sensor line, and I torqued down the sway bar inlet. Alright, the driver's side is pretty much the same as the passenger side, except for the headlight leveling sensor that you have to remove that 10mm nut. The driver's side is done. Here's how it looks on the inside. Everything's all lined up, everything's put back together. Alright guys, that's a wrap. Vorshlag camber plates have been installed. The EDC has been hooked back up. Electronic dampening control. I just cut out the factory plastic cap. You don't really need that. I didn't put on the final cover here because I'm going to get alignment. Here it is on the driver's side. Now I'm going to go to my buddy, Fremont Alignment. Just came back from the alignment shop, and this is what I have my camber set at. -3 in the front with 0 toe. I think this is a good dual purpose setup. The camber plates can easily go to -4 or more, but I decided -3 with 0 toe is probably best for dual purpose. -2.5 or -2 is just not enough for the track. For the rear, it's set about 1.8, 1.9 negative camber with a little bit of toe in. If I were to get 2 degrees negative camber in the rear, my toe would be out of spec. So to get more negative camber in the rear, I would need to get a rear toe arm. Maybe I'll get that in the future. But for now, negative 1.8, 1.9 in the rear with a little bit of toe in, and negative 3 in the front with 0 toe. I think that's a good dual purpose setup. We'll see how it goes. Going to the track in a couple weeks. Stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.